Hello everyone and welcome to my new MagWarden video. This build is made by one of my friends, Kanna, and it's basically around the theme of Christmas and just frost damage. So let's go ahead and get into the stats. We're running 38.9k max magicka, about 23.4 unbuffed. Food running is Witchmother's Potent Brew for magicka return. Running Ice Heart on the monster sets. Everything is divine. Sororia on the body, Is Grimoire on the jewelry and weapon, back bar Maelstrom Ice Staff. It's important that we're running Ice Staff because we are running cold damage bonus with the 5-piece from Is Grimoire. And so we want to capitalize on that, and that's basically the theme of the build, right? Build's not supposed to be best in the slot, it's just something fun that's viable. And chance for running flame damage on here and absorb magic on the back bar. Abilities, we're running Elemental Weapon as they're spammable, Winter's Revenge, Fetcher Infection. We're running this to have the slotted ability passive for this, while Destruction Staff ability is slotted. So we do need a Destruction Staff ability slotted, and the run we're running is Crushing Shock, because we could also use it as an interrupt in trials, such as during NHRC if you have to go topside to interrupt something, and other dungeons that you have to do similar things. We're running Inner Light as the 5th one. For the Max Magicka bonus, and for the Major Prophecy. We are running Pet on this build, just because it's easier. Also, it kind of fits the theme. You have your guarding winter, stuff like that. We're running Arctic Blast back bar, Blockade of Frost, Elemental Drain. This will be switched out in a dungeon for Shimmering Shield, or other defensive abilities. You could also run a healing thing if you choose, depending on the trial. Blue Betty gives us a little bit of sustain, but also makes the build viable for Essence of Magicka, so you don't have to be running spell power pots all the time. Also, once again, Inner Light, so we don't lose the max Magicka when we switch bars. Finally, Pet again. Rotation is pretty easy. We open up on the back bar with these two buffs. We go into these, 1, 2, 3, 4, spam, spam, spam. So it looks like this. And then we'll switch our bars. Pet usually will be attacking here, but I'm having him be passive for now, just for the video so I can end it quickly. Notice how I'm going Arctic Frost, Blockade, and then be Winter's Revenge and Fetcher. And when those abilities are active, you just spam your Elemental Weapon. So switch your bars, Winter's Revenge, Fetcher, spam attack. You don't need your Betting Edge all the time active if you're running spell power pots. So like I said, the magicka turns a little bit low. It's nice, but it's not quite necessary all the time, especially if your healers are giving you synergies. I found what's best to use the ultimate whenever, because you get back so quickly. Especially if you're running things like Shimmering Shield and you're getting attacked. It's really easy to build up that ult really quickly. That's basically the rotation. To go over it slowly, Light Attack, Revenge, Light Attack, Blockade, Light Attack, Revenge, Light Attack, Fetcher, Light Attack, Elemental Weapon, spam until your abilities are about to run out, and then you open up with this again, and this, and so on and so forth. Like I said, just to reiterate, you want to be using your ultimate whenever you have it up. It's just good to have. Keep in mind it is an execute, so it is also nice to save it sometimes. If you're close to the ends, like about 30%, if you want to save it till 25%, that's a really good call too. That's basically it for the build. Like I said, it's just a nice little thing to run, made by my friend Kanna. Just centered around Christmas, and why not? Not everything has to be best in slot as long as it's viable. On an actual parse, I'll pull that up right now. Actual parse, I've hit about 36.6 with this. With me actually animation canceling using ultimate and stuff like that, it's pretty easy to hit that. I was also using Zons. You could also use Zons instead of Ice Heart, because Ice Heart does not benefit from Isgrimor. Also, you get the Burning Stat effect, which adds a lot of DPS too, but that's if you want to be melee DPS. So there is an alternative build to this, where you run Zons instead of Ice Heart. But if you want to be ranged DPS, you could also use Ice Heart. You could also use Alambris too. Alambris doesn't do as well because we're using double 1 fire, 1 frost instead of 1 fire, 1 lightning. We could also run a shock enchant on here if we wanted to proc that more. That's not quite necessary for this build. It is nice to have though. So like I said, range build, melee build is literally just running Zons with this and then sticking close to the enemy. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you need anything in game, just send me a mail.